Hello, dear children. Reading for pleasure. Lesson 3. The topic of today's lesson is the time machine. Let's start our lesson. At first, please read the biography of Wells. Значит, читаем биографию автора произведения «Машина времени». Wells was born in Kent, England. He left school when he was 14, but later he won a scholarship to the Royal College of Science in London. He became a science teacher and he cared very much about the future of our planet. Wells wrote some of the most famous science fiction books of all time, including The Time Machine, a story about a man who traveled into the future. There, he meets the childlike Aloy, makes friends with Rena, and meets the wild Marlocks. His travels make him think how easily we can destroy our world if we are not careful. Please look at the picture. These pictures show the time traveler Gwenna and Marlock. What do you think happens in the extract? Listen and read to find out. Читаем вместе со мной. Я буду читать вам текст The Time Machine. Потом вернемся к этим картинкам и уже будем знать, что происходит с героями нашего рассказа «Машина времени». Здесь есть герои Time Traveler, то есть путешественник по времени, Вена и Марлок. Wena quickly became my friend. We walked together through the valley and I saw splendid buildings and beautiful trees covered in blossom. Birds were singing in the trees. Everywhere there were sweet-smelling flowers. Wena picked one and gave it to me. One evening, as we walked through the garden together, I saw a creature run across the grass and vanish down a well. It looked like a white ape with strange grayish-red eyes. What was that? I asked Wena. A Marlock, she replied. They live underground. She seemed frightened and didn't want to walk about the strange creature. I realized then that the future world was not as perfect as it seemed. I decided to go underground and find out about the Marlocks. Don't go down there, please, Wena cried. Don't worry, Wena. I won't be long, I replied. I began to climb down a small, dark well. After a while I stopped to rest. Suddenly a cold hand touched my face. I lit a match and saw 3 Marlocks running away from a dark passage. They were afraid of the light. I followed them into the large underground chamber. I could hear machines, and I could smell meat. When the Marlocks realized I was there, they began to move towards me. I was scared. I ran back down the passage and climbed up to the garden. I could hear the Marlocks close behind me. Why are they chasing me? I asked Wena. On dark nights the Marlocks come to the surface to hunt, she answered. But what do they hunt? I asked. There are no animals here. They hunt the Aloy, she whispered. We had to find somewhere to hide. As she walked, Wena told me more about the Aloy and the Marlocks. A long time ago, the Aloy were powerful and forced the Marlocks to live underground. The Marlocks worked and the Aloy played, but the Marlocks got used to the dark and began to hate the daylight. Now the Marlocks had the power and the Aloy were afraid of them. Так, ребята прочитали текст. Постарайтесь понять данный текст, ознакомимся с новыми словами. Новые слова даются у вас здесь. Внимательно прочитайте эти слова вместе со мной. Belong – быть долгим, длинным. Blossom – цветение. Chamber – камера, отсек, комната. Chase – преследовать, гнаться. Creature – существо, создание. Cry – кричать. Disappear – исчезать. Force – заставлять, принуждать. Frightened – испуганный. Get used – привыкнуть. Hide – прятать, скрывать. Hunt – охотиться. Light – свет, освещение. Machine – машина. Match – состязание, матч. Passage – отрывок. Pick – выбирать. Powerful – сильный. Realize – понимать, осознавать. Reply – отвечать. Rest – отдыхать. Run away – уклоняться от чего-либо, избегать. Seem – казаться. Splendid – великолепный. Surface – поверхность. Sweet smelling – душистый. Underground – под землей. Valley – долина. Vanish – исчезать, пропадать. Well – колодец. Whisper – шепот. Read the extract and choose the correct answer A, B or C. Теперь после прочтения текста можете выполнить данное упражнение. Значит, нужно выполнить данное упражнение Exercise 3, 4 and 5. Так, в Exercise 3 тут выбираете правильный ответ на 3 вопроса. В четвертом упражнении отвечаете на вопросы по тексту. В части B делаете Do you feel sorry for the Marlocks? Why not? На данные вопросы отвечаете, свое мнение пишите. В пятом упражнении Complete the sentence. Use began, moved, became, lit, vanished. Эти слова используйте, дополняйте предложение. Homework, exercise 1 and 2 on page 37 of workbook. Значит, первое и второе упражнение на 37 странице workbook. Вот здесь у вас полностью даются эти упражнения. Делайте данные упражнения письменно. The lesson is over. Have a nice day. Goodbye.